Hi there, I'm Keina Dunn with the Gymnastics Academy of Atlanta. I will be your meet director for the upcoming 2025 XCEL Regional Championships. GAA is looking forward to hosting you and your athletes that weekend. The meet will take place on the weekend of May 2nd through the 4th, 2025 at Lake Point Sports in Cartersville, Georgia. Lake Point is a multi-sport facility, so there's going to be lots of activities going on the campus that weekend, so please allow for ample time for parking and entry into the venue. I will have gate fees posted on the website along with hotel block links. You can go to the gymnasticsacademyofatlanta.com and go to the meet section for that info. Please note the venue does not charge parking. However, the gate is cashless, so your parents will have to have a debit or credit card to pay for the gate fee. Gymnasts attending other sessions as a spectator will not be charged a gate fee, but please remember gymnasts can only be on the competition floor in the session that they are competing in. Gymnasts will have a separate entrance from coaches. Coaches check-in will be marked accordingly. Coaches, as you come in, you will be required to sign in. If your name is not on the coach's sign-in sheet, you will be required to show your USAG credentials. You will receive a wristband at the time you sign in. That must be worn throughout the weekend. That will let us know that you are current and that you can be on the floor. After signing in, coaches, please make your way back to the head table. At that time, you'll find a rotation sheet taped down, as well as a highlighter. You'll highlight your gym name to let us know you're there. And then if you have any gymnasts that are scratching, please mark them out at that time. You will then take a picture of the rotation. We will not be printing rotations out. We will provide coaches hospitality if you're there for back-to-back sessions, as well as coffee and snacks throughout the weekend. As for the meet format, it will be a modified Capital Cup. We will be running 2 gyms at the same time. We will start with a 20-minute general stretch. After that, Flight A will begin your time warm-up on your first event, and Flight B will continue stretching. At the end of Flight A's timed warm-up, all athletes will line up for introductions. At the completion of introductions, Flight A athletes will begin competition and Flight B athletes will begin their timed warm-up. We realize that you could have gymnasts in both gyms at the same time. Please try to make coaching accommodations to that prior to the meet if at all possible. We look forward to seeing everyone in a few weeks at the competition and having a great weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations on qualifying athletes to XCEL Regionals. I hope this video helps to give you the information you need for a successful regional competition. If you have high school seniors, please make sure to check the senior box when entering them in MeetMaker. If you have already entered them without this information, don't worry, you can go back and add it, but please do this as soon as possible so we can plan accordingly. Coaches, when you arrive at the meet, please have at least one of your coaches check in at the scoring table as soon as possible. Rotation sheets will be taped to the table and there will be highlighters provided. Please find your gym's name at the top of the sheet where all the gyms are listed and highlight your team there. If you have any scratches, go down to the rotation, scratch the athletes in the rotation below, please leaving their competition number showing. That will let us know that the athlete is scratched, but the club is there. This will shorten our roll call at the coaches' meetings. And if we need to rearrange squads, we can do this prior to the main coaches meeting. So even though you've watched this entire video, you will still need to come to the first part of the coaches meeting during stretch of each session. If any squads leave us unbalanced because of scratches, we will do a draw, move the athletes. So in other words, your starting event can change. Another reminder that you can have athletes competing in 2 different gyms at the same time. Please be prepared to staff for this if it happens. Also, please make sure all your athletes stay in the competition arena until the last athlete has competed. We also request that you ask your parents to do the same before rushing off to the awards area. Have that conversation before the competition, please. It's never fun for those last few kids to be competing in an empty arena. Everybody's worked hard to be at this championship meet, and we want them to feel appreciated. For the team session, come prepared to bring your fun. Top 4 scores count for each event to combine for our state team score. No alternates are allowed on the competition floor. And just a reminder, team awards will be on the floor immediately after this session, and then the athletes will be dismissed for their individual awards. So make sure your parents know that too, so they don't dash off to the individual award area and miss the team presentation. Couple of extra things. Please make sure to thank your state administrative committee chair for the apparel your athletes receive. Your entire state committees work very hard to provide this for your athletes and for your coaches. Your meet host is not required to feed you. Please be prepared to take care of your own food and drink needs and be appreciative of anything they are able to provide. I look forward to seeing you all in my home state of Georgia. I know it's going to be a great weekend for these girls and a great opportunity to celebrate their season championship. See you soon.
Hello to all of you amazing coaches who are definitely a good force behind the gymnasts who have made it to this level. I'm Evelyn Chandler, and I happen to have the privilege of serving as Region 8's technical director. Certainly has been quite a short period of time since the season just started. I only have a couple of things that I'd like to go over with you. One is, please keep the conversations with judges down to a minimum, like hi, how are you, hello, because anything more than that is going to give the perception possibly to other coaches, gymnasts, and people in the audience that your gymnast is going to have some special attention. I will be telling the judges that as well. And secondly, please keep the pep talks down to a minimum prior to when the chief judge is ready to raise their flag. That way the gymnasts who haven't competed yet aren't going to be standing there waiting and waiting. In the meantime, it's going to be a long weekend, so I'm going to take another nap.